Hi, my name is Chef Hakim, and this is.
I'm Chef Mari. We have been doing a business for Ricardo's Catering for about 8 years now.
So, why Mexican food? The easiest answer to that is it's delicious. Mexican food is delicious and it's like one of our niche. We have strength in Mexican food. Um, Mari here is part of our culture.
Yeah.
So it's been she's been thinking about it for a while. Like before we started, she was thinking about it for a while about introducing Mexican food into Brunei, and it's something very similar to the local cuisine, and a lot of interesting ingredients that takes it to the next level.
Yeah.
It's very interesting, and yeah.
The one thing that makes our restaurant unique and special is the story behind it. We wanted to do Mexican cuisine not just because it's part of my culture, but because I was very close to Ricardo, who was my grandfather. And he was a famous mariachi, and all of the food that we would make on a daily basis, as a family, he was the one who really enjoyed authentic Mexican dishes. So those smells and those scents are what kind of have like that nostalgic feel to our restaurant. And it's exactly what we're trying to replicate here, is bring a little bit of what I remember growing up and putting that into the restaurant. And that's what makes it special. I'm sharing a little bit of my home here with the locals. I used to be able to remember all of my customers by name when we had a few hundred, but it's become almost impossible now that I've encountered so many different ethnic backgrounds, different ages. It started out with a lot of the people from the offices who would try our food first, and then we got into families and then gatherings. So kids started to get introduced to our food. And then our biggest age group would be between 25 and 34 years old when we look at our insights. Difficult customers in F&B, it's bound to happen. I can't single out any one customer who's been more demanding than others because we've had so many. But yes, it's totally normal to encounter difficult customers. And what we believe is that we try to remain humble. We always compensate and take responsibility and accountability for the mistakes that we make. And we definitely always listen to feedback, because we don't believe that ignoring it will do us any good for the future of this company. So we definitely appreciate everything that our customers say, whether it be good, whether it be negative, and we use that to move forward every single day. Mexican food has, how do I say this? There's so many different names in the Mexican cuisine, but the majority use the same ingredients, just in different ways. So you have tacos, burritos, quesadillas. They all use corn tortillas, right? They all use cheese, they use salsa, they just shape it a different way. Cooking method is a different way, and they just give it a different name. For me, I think the most brilliant thing that we came up with that gave us our big break was the fish tacos. The crispy fish tacos have been popular since they first came out. It was just the great combination of flavors that the locals attracted to. It was sweet, it was crispy, the texture was nice, it was a little bit sour. So it was just all these nice flavor combinations, and it was just a big hit. However, now I think the shrimp tacos is taking over. So those two dishes would probably be the most popular that we have, even though they're small and they're quite basic. They're the most popular that we have would be the crispy fish and the crispy shrimp tacos. Other than that, the signature rice dish that I would choose would be the chicken mole. It's quite a popular dish in Mexico, but my take on it, I made it a little bit sweeter. It's made from chocolate and chilies. And that's one of the things that I pride myself on here in the restaurant. But we've got a lot of dishes that every customer has their favorite. Everyone who has been with us since the beginning has their favorite dishes that they actually stick to, right? Well, that's the one thing we love, though. Our menu can pretty much cater to anyone, any age. You like spicy, not spicy, and the sky's the limit with Mexican food. I know there's a lot of dishes in the world that claim that there are no rules and limits, but for me, Mexican food has no rules and limits. But yeah.
Assalamualaikum, by the way. My name is Muhammad Ghanim Zanarifin, and I am the Senior Executive Manager of Ricardo's Catering. In this company, I would say started working 2019 April. Yeah, 3 years. 3 years and a month. Yeah. I have come to learn that communication skills is very, very important with customers, the customer service, the hospitality. Those are things that must be taken into consideration, and then liaising with suppliers and with other corporate companies in general. A very huge difference from where we were to what we are now. We have been operating for 8 years. I only entered during the 5th years of them opening, and I can see huge change. There's some drastic change and all those. I can see that we're going to have more branches opening in Brunei, and inshallah soon one day in Malaysia. We hope to enter the market in Malaysia as well. And yeah, I can see the prosperity of and the progression of this company as I've worked for the past 3 years. Yes, it's been proven, alhamdulillah, so far. Ever since we moved to Bandar, we see a lot of possibilities of what is coming for Ricardo's Catering. Yes.
For us, we have big dreams, and we will continue to have bigger dreams. The reason for it is because we have a very progressive team. Like every individual in there deserve a big break. They deserve a big opportunity. So that drives us to grow bigger, because as we go bigger, we can offer bigger things to them. We can offer bigger opportunities. We can pay higher salaries. We can sponsor them for education, things like that. So it's always important for us to grow.
This is probably the most important part of things, one thing that we can talk about often. And we actually just had this conversation last night with one of our newest team members. When you're in business, you're not just creating something for yourself. You're changing lives. You're providing jobs for people who really need them. And in turn, what we do is we teach them that when they become more successful, that responsibility doesn't just lie on their shoulders. They have to be responsible for those who need them. So all of our team, especially our managers who have worked so hard, their sweat, their tears, their blood to get to where they are, they have to realize that while they have become successful themselves, it doesn't belong to just them. When the more successful you become, it must be shared. That's a rule in business. It doesn't belong to you, it belongs to your team, because we didn't get here by ourselves. We could not have got here without any of them. And everybody from the top managers down to the dishwashers all play a part, no matter how long they're with us. Everybody has to be considered an important part of the team. We follow a lot of mentors who teach us that. And one of the quotes that stuck with me most that Chef Hakim shared with me is that if you don't take care of your team, somebody else will.
But our best advice is to keep creating, because that's what we're lacking. We're lacking creativity. We're lacking job creation, because most of the kids now, they just want to go to school and get a job, but it's the scarcity there. Instead of creating jobs, they're just
waiting for
jobs and filling in jobs and competing with each other. But all of you have something to offer.
Something unique, things that you
all
dream
you
about.
deserve a chance. But the chance should be you creating something and go into the entrepreneurship, so you can get more, you can help more, you can get a bigger team.
Yeah.
Create that.
When you put more time into your idea to make it this one grand thing, instead of having a bunch of mediocre ideas, focus on one thing and make it grand. Make it so grand, and we guarantee money will come. That's the secret. Don't focus on the money and then create something just to try and make that money. It won't happen. You cannot sustain it long term. Focus on your idea, something truly unique and creative that will serve a purpose to your community, and the money will come.
So keep reading books,
Read
read
Learn.
books, listen to podcasts, things like that, improve yourself.
Those things seem boring, but they work.
Yeah. So to wrap it up, I would like to say thank you to Daniel, Effa, Shakir, and Wishi from the digital media program in Polytechnic Brunei for this opportunity to be in your video. We feel honored
Yes.
to
Thank
be
you.
part of it, and it's also we feel happy to see such
Ambitious.
students,
Yeah.
and I see a bright future coming up, and I'm very excited about it.
We hope that you guys will take this to a big further step. Inshallah.